Nice to be both up at the same time.
Yeah. So what we wanted to do is just discuss the new virtual options that we've now got on the ICA website, is to run all the classes that we currently offer virtually. Now, I think this is something we were talking about doing for a while, wasn't it?
Yeah, we've had a lot of requests for people that can't get to classes. And I think now we've cracked it, how we can get the live classroom experience in an online meeting.
So do you think that the ability for obviously anybody now in the world, because what you're really relying on is it a good internet connection, means it's going to become more accessible for other people, as opposed, you're in your New Yorks or London, it was good, but otherwise it got a bit more expensive, didn't it?
Yeah, very much so. I mean, the online classes obviously save the travel expenses. You're in the comfort of your own home.
So obviously, most important thing, you need a machine capable of running high-end softwares like your Baselights and your Resolves. A machine that's capable of running the latest Resolve is going to be good enough for whatever we're normally going to be teaching. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, let's throw in there, though, that we can also offer virtual machines. So if somebody perhaps is using a powerful computer at work, but only has a laptop at home and wants more power, we can give them a virtual machine. It's a small fee, but it is a very small fee. And they can then use the laptop to access a more powerful computer in the cloud.
Yeah, no, it's a good option. Obviously, we mentioned earlier, good internet connection. Yes. So we can take control of your machine, look at your software. Obviously, we'll be uploading images, but I think you mentioned before the pre-flight. How do you see that's going to work?
Yeah, obviously, it's important that everybody is comfortable in the classroom. And if it was a classroom, we'd go around and check all the equipment, all the machines would be set up the same. In the virtual classroom, each participant will have a short meeting with the instructor before the class starts. And in that session, we'll check that the software is running correctly. We'll check that the media downloads are working okay. And we can check that screen sharing, audio, everything is up and running. So when you get to that class day, we're not flapping around trying to fix one person's machine.
Cool. Well, I'm just going to go in and screen share something now. Probably a lot of you guys have been in Zoom rooms and things over this, especially this COVID-19 period. So that's my Resolve up there. And obviously we've shrunk down to be smaller in the corner. Obviously, if you're doing a private class, you've only got the instructor and yourself. But if you're in a group with maybe 6 to 8 people, we're limiting it to 8. It depends on the class, but never need no more than that. Could be less than that. And then you obviously see what I'm doing on my system, and I could do likewise by sharing your system. So very much like the classroom where you are looking at the projector. But this leads it on, Kevin, to 2 screens for the student. Why do you think that's a benefit?
Ideally, you want to have the meeting and the other participants on one screen and your software on the other. So you can be working, but still remain active in the conversation at the same time. And for the same reason, we're asking that everybody has some sort of headset and a microphone to avoid feedback and things like that.
I think we've got the option of doing review sessions as well. We can utilize something like Frame.io for that. So you can still get the same feedback that we'd normally do in the class. We're just not walking around the back and looking over your shoulder and saying, oh, maybe you could do it this way or that way.
I'm really glad that we're doing it. I think this is a great learning experience. I've attended some classes and taught some classes already, and I think it's just a great way to go. And we should add too that although the number of hours per day is a little bit less, we're extending the classes to make up for that. So a 2-day class typically becomes a 3-day class.
Certificates the same, still certified?
Yeah, all the classes are certified, so you receive a digital certificate at that.
There's a form on the site, on the virtual classroom page there, where you can just fill out what you want to learn and what you're looking at doing, and that would just enable us of customizing something up. If you're not interested in joining, obviously, a classroom with other people from different parts of the world, and we are aiming to get these in a similar time zone, so maybe you're not having to get up at 2 or 3 o'clock, but obviously you can do if you want, that's your choice. You can take a private class, as Kevin mentioned earlier, or maybe something that's just set for your company. So maybe you've got 3 or 4 people in your company and you really want to customize something that you guys want to learn for your workflow. So that can be really anything that we offer, or maybe something that we don't. Doesn't have to be what we already offer, does it? I mean, that's worth mentioning.
Yeah, no, absolutely. In addition to the classes, we're still doing consultations and any sort of assistance. I have people that are working on either their first project maybe, or their first Netflix project, or an important project. And then they just want a mentor, basically. So the consulting can be used very much as a mentor program. It's something else that people have been asking for a long time. And I think this is a great way to deliver that.
Cool. All right. So remember, if you've got any questions at all about anything, then just contact us using the contact form and we'll get back to you.
Very good. Looking forward to it.
See you guys.
Ciao now.